Alrighty. Good morning, guys. Let's get this thing started. So this is good morning, guys. Basically the same as last time. Um, I finished the mesh of the model. Uh, I don't know how many was watching last time, but we were doing a robotic arm for some Dwemer ruins, and basically this is what we got so far. So we're at the UVing phase, so we can apply some nice textures. Thanks for joining me, by the way. Please let me know if the music is too loud or anything. And yeah, feel free to ask some questions about the project if you want to. I've been here for 3.5 years. So if you are interested in other areas of the project than 3D, I can probably still answer your question. I explained this briefly last time, but um, the Skyrim engine is a little odd in the sense that every time you want a hard edge, you got to separate it by a seam. But it makes it fairly easy to UV, so that's nice. There's something wrong with my relax tool though. Too early. It's 11 o'clock here. Yes, the seams as in UV seams. It's it's a bit weird, but that's just how it works. This is also a bit weird actually. Could have sworn I did this yesterday. This is a tiling texture, by the way. So you'll see that my UVs are a bit all over the place. And that's fine, because you don't need to adhere to strict UV ring rules, as long as they're good and they're somewhat the same scale. I'll give you an example of some of our existing UVs right here. They are not pretty. Same for this one. Yeah. All over the place. Anyway, um, what size of textures do Skywind assets usually shoot for? 2K textures. But we're probably gonna have to downscale them a bit. Yes, this is another mod. This is Skywind. Um, so we're trying to bring in Morrowind to the Skyrim engine, or the other way around, whatever floats your boat. Sorry, what country am I in? I'm in Denmark. Also, can't you guys hear the music? No music can be heard. Okay. Let me just try and fix that for a second. Maybe it's because it's too low. Let me know if it suddenly pops out. I'm trying to... The unwrap modifier basically just allows me to decide where I want to place an image. And decides where the image should be placed on the model. Yeah, music might have been a little bit low. I turned it up. We're not really working towards a special edition release right now because we need the script extender, and if they don't release that, then we cannot release Skywind. I mean, we want to, but it sort of depends on them. Oh, I forgot something, didn't I? Let's try that again. Nope. The special edition is actually a little bit better in terms of performance. But yeah, you're right, there might be more bugs there than there is in so much of the other stuff. Creeper and Mudcrab vendor in-game or removed. They should be in-game once that time comes. The music that is playing is from our soundtrack. Yeah, that is absolutely correct, Genders. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, my music is getting very loud. Yeah, we're very much looking for environment artists. We're actually looking for everything. Animation guys, coding, voice actors, you name it. So Sneeman, if you're an environment artist, feel free to join us. Or if you know someone. I'm not showing anything from in the game today. Actually, I have somewhat of a limited scope to work on things. I have a full-time job next to this. But the cliff racer looks like a cliff racer, to be honest. I think these might be too large. That's about it. Yeah, I'm not too into character creation either. Gotta admit. We've actually planned. Someone is asking, will there be essential characters and quest lines, or can we mess up the whole game like in the old Morrowind? We're planning to do this in a way where you can kill people who would be essential to the main quest, but if you do so, a box will pop up and say that you've killed someone who was essential, and you can either choose to continue or you can reload. So it's kind of a mix, because if you get in 10 hours and then you find out and you kill someone you needed, that's gonna suck. No, I do not work on a Sky Oblivion. I simply do not have the time. And I started out on Skywind, so better finish this one first. Thanks for joining me today, guys. And remember, if you would like to help us out or have some talents you think might help us, feel free to volunteer at our website or spread the word. Give a like to the channel. That will help both Skywind and Sky Oblivion on the YouTube channel, by the way. Would I be able to use the objects in my portfolio? Most certainly. Yeah, no sweat. Of course, if so, you're using someone else's textures or something like that, you gotta give credit, but other than that, yeah, I don't see any problem. We're all just helping each other out. Retromancer, they're using quads because it's a lot easier to UV, to get proper UVs, and it's a lot easier to work with. But once you export them, they will be triangulated anyway. This is just, yeah, and a bit easier, in my opinion. Especially if you want to remove a loop or something, this is way easier. Let's see if this works out the way I intended. Is this on top of the other? Oh, it is. That's fine. Yeah, now you should be able to see that the texture is actually looks like a texture instead of being something stretched out like this. Is it easier to model or texture? In my opinion, it's way easier to model. You gotta know your color coding and all that jazz when you texture. Any cool tools? That's actually a good question. I think you should get familiar with modifiers. It'll save you a lot of time. So basically anything in the modifier list you should play around with, like symmetry or mirroring. So for example, if you created an object and think you might want to create one that looks like it but not entirely, you could use symmetry or mirror. Let's try with mirror. And then just copy it. And then you can move the... Actually, this is a really bad example because it's not a solid mesh. How about all these one object? They are. Let's try this dude instead. If you do this, they're actually still one object. You can... Nope, this is not what I wanted. Yeah, there we go. This is still all one object. It's the same mesh. You're just creating a new mesh from your own mesh, and you can do it at all sorts of weird shapes and angles. As you can see here, it's still welded together. Gotta be a little bit careful with what you do, because otherwise you'll get some weird geometry. Probably not much use for it on a for making Siamese twins, but it's probably not use for it on a guy like this. But for tubes like this, all these has been used been made from one model. Just one straight pipe, and then you use symmetry to make new shapes. So you can do an entire set from maybe just one model. Alright, back to this. This is this is a mod called Skywind. Do you and Beyond Skywind share stuff when you can? Not really, no. You're interested in the import process. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, actually. Once you know it, I guess. We can do a quick export if you want, but I'm not going to bring it into CK because that's going to take too long. Do you think the Dwemer machine gun mods? I don't think it's really their style. They're more like a bolt kind of types. Anyway, I'm just going to try to export this cog for you so you can see. I'm going to export it as an if. I have a plugin. Oh my god, this music is loud. So you're going to have to turn it down a bit. Can't hear myself think. Well, I have a plugin, and it works best for 3ds Max. It's best maintained there. You call it whatever you want, cog. Then there are a bunch of settings here. I'm not going to go too much into that, but if you have vertex calls, of course you need to have that checked and stuff like that. So once you exported that, I don't know if you can see this window actually. You probably can't. Let me add that. Yeah, sorry, I suddenly remembered that of course you can't. Okay, so I've shared this is basically what happens when I export an if. No, but texturing or applying textures and stuff like that is gonna, and applying shaders is a bit weird. Basically, you have this tree branch, which apparently is not working because, oh, there we go, which contains the path to your stuff. So you apply the textures, but you also have to control the emissive color and the specular strength in here. So basically you have to construct your shader in here. And it is a bit weird. You got to play around with it. But once you've done that, you basically have an object that you can get in game. There isn't a lot more to it than that. I think there's a plugin for 17 as well, Archer. I don't know about 18, I'm just using 16 because generally I use quite a bit of plugins for Max. Okay, I keep losing track of this. There we go. Yeah, we need a hard edge here because it's almost 80 degrees. Oh, there we go. Would I have concept art like that for every object? That depends on which object. But a lot of the time, yeah, we have concept art for the objects we create, so that we maintain some sort of overall art path. What do you call that? Sorry for my terrible English. Was that it? Oh, we're gonna start from the end. That's awesome, Sneeman. Nice to hear. Thanks for volunteering. Oh, whoops. Will Skywind have scaling loot and enemies like in Skyrim and Oblivion? I think so, yes. I'm actually not entirely sure, so don't hold me up on that. Hmm. Okay. It's a bit small. How do you guys add custom animation? Actually, we do it. No, actually, we can create entirely new animations on entirely new skeletons because a very smart contributor of ours reversed engineered the entire thing. So we can basically have spears and whatever else we want. Yes. Um, sorry. It is a mod for Skyrim that that basically wants to bring in Morrowind, the old game, into the Skyrim engine. Yes, Cresty, to the rescue. Cresty is our top landscaper, exceptional, and he can answer some questions if you have any. Okay, what was I doing? I should scale this out. Are you the guys that are developing Skywind starting from scratch or using assets from mods and Skyrim? Well, we are using very few Skyrim mods, but yeah, we're the guys. We're basically remaking everything from scratch. Sorry about that. Me being very slow, and I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Oh, I made a mistake here. Damn. Takes ages, but yeah, um, it's probably a bit better when you're faster than me. What the hell happened here? Okie dokie. Ah, there we go. I'm just a guy who does this in his free time. I wouldn't take it personally, to be honest. Yeah, I've made some mistakes here. Oh yeah, let me zoom out for a bit. It's basically for this, and this concept you see here in the back. We do share a bit of the same people. Yeah, what Cresty said. Do this instead. Wrong way. This is doing something wrong. Oops. If you can have a high five? Sure. I have no idea what that is. Oh yeah, these pieces will have a normal map. Don't worry. It's just currently I'm just looking at them in here to see how it shapes out. And this is some of the existing pieces that have already been textured. That are already in game. The best I can do is this. That's gonna be a bit weird. See? High five, man. Oh, wait. Sorry. High five. These aren't as tall as they should be. You know what? I should have done something else. I realize that now. I'm gonna do that from now on. Just gonna break them apart after. Ah. No, unfortunately, he never handed in that mod. Or creature, sorry. Yeah, I've tried contacting him a few times, but he never responded. Subtitles will be English only unless the community decides to translate everything. So these are quite horrible. Oh, there goes my music. That notification is really annoying. Are you going to make those Dwemer siege weapons you see sometimes outside player usable? I remember somebody saying that we were gonna make them usable. And if I know Kettlewitch, which is one of our developers, they probably will be usable. Whoops. What's this? Hmm. Okay. Gonna need a hot edge here. Certainly we should want to have one here as well. Yeah, of course, I hope Oblivion gets out too, but I'm not actually working on that project. It's a different project altogether. God damn it. Damn it. That's better. Not good, but better. Jesus. What is wrong with these? Okay. What if Bethesda shuts down this total conversion? They won't, because they already gave us permission. Oh, right, okay. Ah, you are correct. Thanks, Midnight. I won't have to listen to those. Will this piece be made of the same texture? No, there will be different ones. But currently I'm just UVing it all, and having one texture helps that. Also, I gotta apply vertex color. And for me to be able to apply different textures, I need to separate the mesh. And if I start separating the mesh before I apply vertex color, it's gonna be twice the amount of work. No, it didn't work. Oh well. Muting all my sound probably would help, and then there's no music. There's probably a setting or something somewhere, but I can't be bothered to look for it right now. Yes, you will need a copy for of Morrowind and Skyrim to play this. Yes, you can see the model in wireframe if you want to. No problem. There we go. Wait a second. Thank you, Doris. Thank you for your support. If I'm learning the software, no, I wouldn't say so. I'm UVing. I'm answering quite a lot of questions, so that's why it's not going very fast. So it's either this or no stream. It's fine, David. Could be a bit hard to see what the heck is actually going on here. And to be honest, UVing probably isn't the most exciting thing in the world. But today we're going to pretend it is. Whoops. Ugh. I've said this before. Gonna say it again. If you guys think you have any, or know you have any game development skills, feel free to apply and help us out. We need coders, animators, 3D modelers, voice actors. Yeah, basically everything. Um, this is annoying. I really can't answer that, Pathea, because I don't know. It's really hard to get an overview of that while people leave and stuff like that. So, this is really annoying. Yeah, we hope there's going to be a beta someday. um, I don't know if it will be open to everyone or it will be selected. I'm guessing actually once we get a beta, we'd probably just release it. Um, I'll be right back. In response to Gergron's question, I'll just put up the Dwemer as they look in game currently. That was not it. That was it. I'll be right back, guys. Okie dokie, I'm back. I think that may have been most of the arm. I didn't get this, did I? No. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. And this one in here. Alrighty. It isn't meant to be some sort of quest usable piece of machinery. It's more just for decoration. We're gonna have production lines. I wonder if I can relax this without going nuts. Nope. Uh-oh. Phew. Thought it was about to crash. Just gonna save. I think there is something like this in Fallout, Aaron. Tales of Two Wastelands is a little like that. And basically, if you just Google Tale of Two Wastelands, you should find it, which you can play right now. Thanks, Zoe. Sleep tight. Wow, this is small. Oh, this isn't even correct, is it? No, it isn't. Oh, for crying out loud. Hi, Gilbert. I do, but these ones are have already been made quite a long time ago by one of our previous modelers called Eric, who now works at with a workshop. Sorry, I don't pronounce that right, but it's New Zealand. They do all sorts of special effects for movies, for Avatar and stuff like that. Unfortunately, he's too busy now to help us. Of course. Thanks, Aaron. But there we don't. We can't use alpha testers for anything at the moment. We're not really bug fixing anything, so it's kind of pointless. Sorry. Whoops. Why is there one right there? Oh, there we go. What the hell? Swear to God, man, you guys are gonna have to enjoy this once you see it in game. Otherwise, I've spent all this time for nothing. I think my music stopped. There we go. Did I forget a lot of this? That's really weird. Damn. Okay. Click around if we can, then remade once. We may cut corners. Whoops, what happened here? Sorry, I'll mute this guy. Oh, no. Someone is asking, are you the only one who's doing the modeling? No, there are a lot of other people. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm the only one streaming. Yeah, of course I can. Uh, I did the mesh, which is just everything you see here, the model itself. And what I'm doing right now is that I'm basically telling the program where I want to put my texture or my image on the model. And it's a bit of a long process, especially when you have all these small edges. So that's what I'm doing. Otherwise, everything would be stretched out. Let me just here. I can put it on real quick on the other piece here where I've done nothing. Now it's probably not too bad on the bottom part. You can see right here. It's just one big blur. So that's why you gotta do the UVs. And then afterwards we'll take it a bit apart and yes, the textures for now are 2K. I think either we're going to scale them down or we're going to provide two separate versions because it does take up a lot of VRAM and the Skyrim engine isn't very good at handling that. Whoops. No, that's not what I wanted. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, game development just takes a lot of time. There's no way around it. Of course, it might be a bit easier if you had a new engine, but we don't. So we're stuck with this for now. Oh, wrong way we scaled that. There we go. Okie dokie. No, that was wrong again. So we did this right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I'm doing individual parts of the UV because every edge which is above like 70 or 80 degrees need to be separated with a seam. Otherwise, it won't get a proper sharp edge in the Skyrim engine. It's a bit retarded, but that's just how it is. Missing one. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Gregoran. I hope so too. Where do we come from? this one as well. No, wait. Maybe this one. Thanks, Alex. If my voice still exists, it does. It's just seems like the questions has died out for the time being. What on earth is this? Okay. Will children be added to the game? No, we have plans on adding teenagers, actually. Yeah, no children planned for now. One of the reasons is that it's quite hard to get voices for it, and it's a lot easier to get voices for teenagers. And I mean, hey, maybe you'd rather want to kill annoying teenagers than annoying children. I guess that's a personal preference. Sorry, Yebe, I do not know when the mod is coming out. Can't really say. It's too hard to predict. I'd love to, but I have no clue. Is it cracking all over? Is it not working correctly? Cliff racers will not be removed. Ah, right, yeah. I understand what you mean. Right, you can slowly see that we're coming to an end with this arm, since there are very few pieces left in here in the middle. I can guarantee that if there are children or teenagers, they will be killable. Oh dear. That was the wrong way around. There we go. I thought. Yeah. Will there be horses? If there are any horses, it's not gonna be a lot. Morrowind is more famous for the guars, which is basically just, yeah, how do you describe that? Big lizard that you ride on. As giraffe, regarding spears and pike weapons, there should have been some stuff on it somewhere. Let me just see if I can find it. Yeah, it's probably, I wouldn't want to replicate Morrowind entirely because it isn't flawless, and a lot of the mechanics would uh, would fall to the ground if someone were to recreate the same game today. Um, I think they'd get quite a bad reputation. Um, I'm just gonna see if I can find that. Yeah, it's right here. Giraffe, you can read about animation on the link I just gave you. Um, you'll see the image of, of one of our guars as well. Maybe I can throw it up here on the screen. Just give me a second. Yeah, this is what our guar will look like. At least one of them. So for those of you who hadn't played Morrowind, these are commonplace there. Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online might have them as well. I don't really know because I haven't really played it. Okay, where did we come from? I think we're done with... No, wait. Still some stuff left. What the hell is this? Oh, it's over here. Hmm? Actually, I'm not sure what this is. Okay. Did I make some mistake in here? It would look like I did. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's the same one over here. That's the ones in here, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I missed these. About the silt striders, no, we're going to use our own. Hopefully. Archer, I don't think... No, actually, I just saw what the time it was and I'm gonna finish this off soon, but I will stream again at some point. Unfortunately, there are other things I have to do this weekend. That wasn't right either. Were speed animations even necessary? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about what you mean. Bethesda didn't include anything. So, I don't know if I would say they are necessary, but if you want them, you gotta make them. What about them, Maddie? Sill Striders are gonna be a thing again, by the way. I missed quite a lot of these. Okay. But Archie just made me realize what time it was. I'm actually at the point where I don't have a lot of time. So I'm gonna have to call it a day. But I want to say thank you for joining me. And I hope you'll come back the next time. And remember, if you want to contribute and you have some skills, anything like coding or 3D, and I feel like I'm obligated to say that you don't have to use 3ds Max. You can use Blender or Maya. It's just a little different regarding the workflow. So yeah, if you have any of those skills and would like to contribute, head on over to our website and or our Discord server and check us out. But yeah, anything, animation, coding, you name it. Voice acting, we're still looking for voice actors. And if you have some CK experience, there's always some tasks that we could find for you. Anyway, thanks for checking it out today, guys, and have a good weekend.